Alrighty, that's some timing. F2's just finished. Turn it off. Come on here. That's how it works. Alrighty, so calm yourselves all down. That's all over now. It's time to grab your hot chocolate and have a wee nap for the next hour and a half, because it's time for the F1 PSGL finale. And yeah, we're in Mexico City and not Interlagos. I don't know why either. But look, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I haven't had a chance to go on about it yet on this league, but we've got a map, and that makes everything better. And we've also got safety cars now that work, and that makes everything better as well. Listen, there's nothing to fight for today. I think these guys are having a bit of fun. I'm not saying there's nothing to fight for. I'm sure there's something to fight for, but I haven't checked, because I genuinely have been bedbound, and school was a nightmare today. Just don't go to school when you're sick. Like, don't. And also try out commentating when you've been sick, especially on a track where in the first 6 minutes we've only had 3 laps set. Hopefully we'll get a 4th. Hey, good stuff from Jacotex to set a lap time. It wasn't the fastest, not by a long way. Well, I say not by a long way. For this track, that's quite a long way, if you know what this league's about. But yeah, got people chat. I'm never going to call it that again. Hey. Let's not have a moment about the numbers. It's the season finale, and we have 1 extra coming in. No one cares, I don't think, really, at this point. I think we're all looking forward to next season, frankly. I don't know if you all saw the calendar or not. I don't even know if it's released, but I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it or not. I haven't really been paying much attention. Like I say, I've genuinely been bedblind, but if you haven't seen it, if you're not allowed to say it, then it's going to be good, and if you have seen it, then you know it's good. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a few in the chat, and the only one that isn't complaining is Alfie Jensen McMahon. I know I could always trust a new McMahon to not disappoint, which, thinking about it, ignore that. Anyway, enough annoying people aside, let's actually get down to business, because we've got 11 minutes to go in qualifying, and it is incredibly difficult to see really who's going to be on pole. It feels like it'll be genuinely down to luck, because these guys just cannot settle out for the life of them, because it's so easy to go off the track here, because there's so many places where you can cut with chicanes or go wide at corners, just for a little bit of extra advantage, especially in the middle sector. You'll see it. Right, the calendar has been released, so you know it's good then. So you know this is a completely pointless race. Yeah, good, brilliant, right, good. Just sit in for the ride with me now. But yeah, like I say, we'll just watch on board of, well, a new driver for me anyway, EP, or we'll call him Deso. We'll call him Deso. And yeah, you can see he's keeping it within the lines. He's being sensible, but it's here where these guys really like to push it, and he's nailed it pretty well there through the middle sector. He should now, hopefully, keep this lap going to the final sector and actually get a time on the board. As I say that, he's gone very wide. You can do that, though, at that particular corner. And I believe you can go particularly wide here as well, which he's doing. Gives you a wider entry into the final corner. And he has decided to pit. Normally this track mark goes red if a lap's invalidated. So I'm going to assume that it was valid, but yeah, he just decided not to finish it, unless my map isn't working, which would be very annoying. On board with Lickle now, as he heads through those fearsome asses. Again, he's cutting all of them. There's no way he's keeping that. If he's keeping that, where is he? Yeah, my map isn't working. Goddamn map. Never trust a map. It works for 5 minutes and then it doesn't. Unless it's lying to me. Nah, it doesn't work. Piece of crap. I want a new one. I want a refund on this. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna have to just guess then whether it's valid or not. I really should know, considering I've got a race here on Sunday, but oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, I hate this track so much, as Nick sets the 6th time of the day. I think that's Louis behind, starting a lap. We shall watch him. Don't know Blizzard's in the pits. I was going to say I don't know if I saw Blizzard there either, but he's in the pits. Yeah, we've got too many people complaining about the amount of people in here. Listen, I'll make it interesting. You'll be fine. I've got helmet review. You'll enjoy that, right? You do enjoy that. Louis isn't enjoying his lap. He's abandoned it. Whether he's invalidated it or he just fancied giving up, I don't know. That's Nick slowing down there. Lakitu heading for sector 1. I think his teammate's just gone 4th. He hasn't eaten. Can you see what I mean? Being 1.5 tenths off is quite a lot around here. It'll be super close throughout the field throughout qualifying. So maybe a tenth is close, but 1.5, nana. I imagine it'll be that close for everyone, to be honest. We've got yellows ahead. That is for Louis. But now I've got helmet review. I've got qualifying. I've got livery review because I might as well. We've got all the new ones coming in. I can talk you through my thoughts of the 2 new ones that we've seen in the last week. Well, I say week, last 5 days? Or however many it's been, last few. Anyway, let's finish off Lakitu's lap first, shall we? Up to the line, doesn't cut the final bend, and he goes 3rd fastest. Here is Casper. He's up by 1.5 tenths in this middle sector. Cuts the first part of that final sector though. He may or may not get away with it. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Seems to be taking it relatively normally. And round the last corner, he will keep going. And he will go faster. 1/4 second clear now. Louis is in the slipstream there of Lakitu, and he's getting a fantastic tow. Be interesting to hold on to this lad and see how he gets on. Jacotex has given up. McQueen has gone P1 in the Renault. I said that right, yeah, I said that right. I have. Let me know if I haven't, but I'm pretty sure I have. Listen, helmet review is like the most important feature. Oh, you can't. JP! You never had a good helmet anyway, so of course you wouldn't like it. I don't actually remember what your helmets were like. I don't think they were any good though. Oh, Louis spins off. The Mercedes doesn't run into him, but he's going to be careful for the Red Bull. They're all in laps, but you can get penalties for collisions. But Louis, yeah, 2 field attempts on a lap here, with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Blizzard, his teammates, is having even worse luck and even worse track limits. Look at that. What an incredible sequence of corners he's having as he just misses every single flipping one of them. He's managed to take that one. Congratulations for that. Didn't really take them two, did he? Is he pitting? He must be pitting. He didn't. Well, yeah, he has to pit. There's no way they were going to be valid. If they were valid, then I'd be over the moon, because it means I just get to cheat the whole time on Sunday. Ah, I see. That's why I thought. Okay, that makes perfect sense. After all the praise I gave you, spent together, JP, me and you commentated once on a game nearly 2 years ago that you probably don't even remember. And I commented on your historic win, and that's why you left, out of all reasons. Ah well, right. Well, we've got no laps yet, because we've even got people giving up on their in-laps. We've got 2 people who want to go on mediums, one of which is already on track, and that is Onyx at the minute. We've got Connor in here, hello. And Louis is very self-aware about his own failures there with that spin, and happy to laugh about it in the chat. Of course he would be laughing, considering he's been champion for about 3 months now. Oh, look at that. Onyx, a massive slide out of the chicanes. Something that will not help his lap in any way, shape or form, but I guess he's sort of got no trouble to keep going with it. He wants to keep it going, but he just... If I was him at this point, I'd turn it all down and go again, because he's missing all the apexes. He's really struggling on this lap so far. Connor, just whap out your pads. Listen, I've been using the pad forever, and yeah, Onyx really struggling. He's nearly had an accident there. Just not going well. It is, however, going incredibly well for Renault. 1-2 at the minute. They have their ideas. You know, my goodness, he doesn't have any idea. And he probably still wouldn't go fast with it. Let's see. Will Onyx manage to go top with that? Incredibly... I actually legit wouldn't have. And that's even with that massive corner cut. Right, Mercedes out of the pits. And that'll be Deso out first. Oi, oh shit. You tell... Oi, I'm being told to be professional, yet I don't have mod. Look at that. Not a mod. You just don't regard me as a professional. I'm just saying. Also, yeah, I've got the chat open. You see, a lot of people don't like the streaming format where you've got the screen a bit smaller and all the chat and all the viewers and all that on the side. I would use that, but I have to use my phone instead, and I have to use that Wi-Fi. So if I ever crash a stream, it genuinely might actually be for that, but it's also I can interact with the people, so yeah. I want to be a mod. I want to be a mod, Horshin. So stop laughing and make me a mod. Yeah, make me a mod. I'm a very famous YouTuber, I have, you know. I'll make you look good. I don't know. Anyway, here comes Deso. I've done enough BSing for this qualifying session. Let's actually get down to business. I hope if these guys can keep it within the track limits. Not that I'd know, because the map isn't really very useful, and I know for a fact you can cut half the corners on this track, which means the map really is kind of my only way of telling if anyone's cutting the corners, and it won't tell me. So we've just got to watch the laps and hope and pray that they're legal, or otherwise you'd be wasting 1.5 minutes. Hey, no one... Who's deleting whose comments? If you're asking who commented, it's me commenting as me. I didn't delete it, it's still there, I can see it. Anyway, Deso is still alive anyway. Same bit of the ERS in that middle section there. I wonder how much he'd save through here. None. I guess maybe ERS isn't a massive work. Would surprise me really with how much of it's flat out, but yeah, he's quite low. In the stadium section you can probably whack it down to 2 and it won't really ruin your life too much, but that will. Shifting way too early, and it's... Oh, look at the car. It's practically drifting around the corners, and that is an abandoned lap. Fantastic. Right, who's next in line? Well, who is next in line? McLaren, Onyx. Well, he wouldn't be next in line, would he? It'd be the Red Bull. Liam, here he comes, out of the final corner. He's got, I think, well, it's A. Williams, as we see him. It is Louis. None of these guys finishing their laps right now. Jake Tech's hoping to finish one. We'll see if he can manage it. As he heads into the final corners. Sliding as he goes, but up to the line he doesn't go fastest. It's P4. Casper starts, Jonathan starts, but I want to watch McQueen. I haven't seen him at all today, and well, he went P1. So, boy, I'd be interested to see that. Of course, we'll keep an eye on drivers crossing the line as the key to pits. We've got an Alfa Romeo of Lickle coming, but I'll certainly try and keep an eye on the sector times for the top 3 if I can. I know I've missed 2 of them going across the line as Lickle starts last. Milan McQueen has given up. He's done for. Midnight is coming through. There's a Mercedes of Deso, or Deso, I still don't know how to say it. Oh, look at that. That's where Onyx ended up in the wall. But Midnight's going to end up crossing the line 9th. Ashbest is going, and I've missed all the sector times. Good job from me there. But here's Jonathan. We'll hopefully catch him across the line as Louis goes fastest, but not by a massive amount. Still decent for this track standards, but that's going to be a good lap. Not quite good enough to go fastest. What about Casper? Up by just not quite enough yet. And it is not quite enough on the line. It's P2. So Renault have been knocked off that front row. And well, that was Blizzard that went P5 there. It was Blizzard. And Ash Best goes P11. Right then, starting tires. Did anyone actually end up on the mediums? No, they did not. Is Jake Six going to go again, or is he in the pits? He's in the pits. Alrighty, so Louis on pole from Casper, and then the 2 Renaults. And I'm just saying in the chat there, I completely forgot to mention, I was saying the F2 was over, I didn't think to mention who the champion was. Toxic Tomato was the champion, that, so well done to him. We'll see him in here maybe next season. Ooh, ooh. Obviously, I'm not very lucky when it comes to the F2 champions in this tier. Just ask Will, who's probably still got half his body shattered after a karting accident. I never decided to wish him well. Probably already recovered by now, but I wish you well anyway, champ. Yeah, he did have a pretty nasty crash in fairness, but anyway, yeah. Hopefully Toxic Tomato doesn't have the same fate, but here's your grid. Livy on pole from Casper, Lama Queen. Hope I'm saying that right. Jonathan Blizzard, Jake Tex, Deso. Again, hope I'm saying that right. Deso. I'm trying to tell he's Italian. How do I say that? Lakitsu, Liam, and Midnight. They're top 10. They all qualified on the sauce, all within half a second of each other. Mind you, take that with a wee pinch of salt because it's half a second between them on a track that takes just over 70 seconds, and yeah, you'd expect that type of gap, I guess. Cheers, Oshin. I'm glad you're a fan. And yeah, you saw that Lee did arrive there, so we should have 15 on the grid unless the game decides it's going to not let him in. Sometimes it will do that. It's honestly quite inconsistent with letting you into lobbies around this stage, because if you're not in your car putting a setup on at this point with a setup ready to go, then it won't let you go. I'm trying to see if I can see his name on there, and I can't. He's left. He was too late. Yeah, I think sometimes it lets you in, but sometimes it evidently doesn't. So yeah, we're only gonna have 14, I think. Sorry, I'm drinking water, by the way, in case you hear me drinking. Because I'm a healthy human being, I'm drinking water and not, I don't know, beer. People drink beer, like, genuinely. I never understood it. Water. Yeah, I never drink. Anyway, we're going to get sick of this now, Louis on pole and a Williams. It doesn't ever though strike me as ironic that it's a Williams on pole, and I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, it's the Williams on pole, and then we're going to go for different tyre strategies. Ash Best and Onyx, as I said, the top 10 will be Nick and Lickle staying on the sauce, but the grid from front to back with some helmet reviews as well. Louis on pole, yeah, decent enough helmet. Different brand of toothpaste to the one that's on the Williams car, but what I prefer, I think. Hopefully Casper gets his act together for next season. Yellow and green and a red and black car, it just doesn't work for anyone, I don't think. Alright, Queen, is that the esports helmet? It is the esports helmet. Is it? Certainly a similar-ish design. Now, it's hard to tell with a halo in the way. That's a rev glitch, that's going to get annoying. Okay helmet though. Blizzard is there. Jacotex, I like it. It's good enough. That's just... is that a Senna helmet? If I ever see a Senna helmet, I don't like it instantly. Lakitu's is, yeah, fine. Liam's, again, yeah, fine. Midnight. Oh my... that's not going to be a problem in the race. I don't know which death on them to, but it'd be a good thing if they were separated at the very least. Removing all these, or at least one of the cones. Yeah, there you go. Or bollards, I should say. Midnight, yeah, nice enough helmet. It sort of works with the colours. That doesn't. That's still not Halloween. Is that a Senna helmet? I've always got to be sure it definitely is a Senna helmet. I think it is. And pink. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, Lickle parking up on the back. He will hope to go a bit further on. We've got 36 hours ahead of us. We've got 5 safety cars, making a maximum you can get. Yeah, come on, of course it's going to happen. I'm sure we'll at least get one. It puts a different spin on this race, and for the final time we are away, and it's probably one of the longest runs down to turn 1, so it'll be interesting to see if Louis can hold the lead. Casper is pulled straight into the slipstream, but you can see how many cars are dragging down towards turn 1. Ignore them Red Bulls, they are not important at the minute, because here comes Casper outside. We've got 2 Renault side by side, we've got 3 wide further back, but Louis is holding on to the lead. Renault decides he's going to hold back there and defend his teammate instead, and he forces off the track. Look out for Jacotex trying to find a way through there. And they're not going to quite go free wide because you still got Blizzard there. Well, they will actually go free wide. A different fight going free wide, but free wide is still free wide. But we're all keeping it relatively clean so far, which I'm happy to see. Mind you, we're still side by side and we're heading towards the S section, so I would just hold my breath a minute. As see all these guys get through side by side, Ferrari and McLaren. It's like, and it is the Ferrari that wins out and then goes off the track. Well, they both got the track, and there's damage to Onyx's car, I think. Oh my god. I'm trying to ignore it so much. Yeah, that's a broken car. He had to pit. Is Lickle okay? He was at the back as well, and I think he's alright. The guys, obviously one on mediums isn't too good, the other ones are okay. So let's just make sure these guys at the front are okay. They're still fighting it out. And yeah, Renault are falling backwards so far. That's going to be quite the train, but the top two, arguably two of the fastest drivers of the season. I don't know, Blizzard was days quicker than Casper, but certainly for more consistency you could argue that Casper's quicker. Don't exactly know what their championship scenario is, mind you. Maybe Casper's still ahead, but if it was ahead, I think he was. So we'll see on that, but anyway, that could be up for grabs. I would check it, but I don't have it in front of me right now. I'll have a look at it at the end of the race, but yeah, decent enough start from the top two, and with Mahusa straight, you would you'd hope. I've just forgot to put telemetry on. You'd hope that we'd get some DRS fights, because these two are going to streak away for now. Will safety cars change that? We'll wait and see. My Red Bull do claim they keep changing positions. That is a graphical glitch. We've seen it all year, but hopefully they stay that far apart for the rest of the race and don't, well, do that, because it not only spazzes out everything, but it also looks unbelievably suggestive. Anyway, we've got some close fighting now for P5. Blizzard on the back of Louis. Also got Casper ahead on the back of Louis. Casper on Louis. Blizzard on Jacotex. Blizzard goes for it, bit late on the brakes, gonna go wide. Jacotex is wise to see that one coming and held the position as Blizzard cuts the corner, gets a penalty, but will get the run out of the first sequence of corners. And no DRS on this section yet. There's only one detection point, as you can see on the map. And round the outside, Blizzard says, I don't need no DRS, I'll just get ahead fairly and legally and hope your teammate dies you and helps me gain a bit of time, which he nearly did. Certainly had Jake Texroy looking in his mirrors. And Blizzard is ahead and able to chase after the two French cars ahead. Have we seen Renault this high all season? I don't actually recall. But yeah, sorry if you can hear it snowing outside. I mean, the snow has arrived. I have a window because I'm morbidly a fan of the cold. I really like it. And it is snowing quite heavily. My goodness. Anyway, we've got yellows, we've got Lakitu, and I don't want to be that guy, but thank goodness for that. But there's a front wing missing. There's two cars into the pit lane. We've got Midnight and we've got Lickle? Yeah, Lickle. So there was all sorts going on there. I don't know what caused that. The Red Bulls, so I think, well, they couldn't have came together. I don't think they can see each other, so I don't really know exactly what happened there. But anyway, Red Bulls are separated, but we've unfortunately got two cars on the pits. But we know at this point, with safety cars a possibility, it's never quite over, because they genuinely do come out for serious enough accidents. So if there's a safety car with every accident, you're most likely actually going to get one now. Here comes Nick, wants that final point, and it's not quite going to get it because these two are both off in Narnia. Felt like a Bottas Raikkonen moment, and it was certainly the Bottas in the situation. In fact, it came off worse. Obviously in real life, Raikkonen's rear right tire just bounced off, because that's, you know, what happens. But yeah, the McLaren-Ferrari fight just gets more and more depressing to watch, unfortunately. We've got a Red Bull of Lakitu flying up to the back and trying to take advantage straight away. He can see this car, hopefully, and Nick has hit the wall, I think. It certainly feels like he did. Maybe he might have missed it, but it seems to me like he would have hit it. He's hopefully not looking for revenge. Safety car, yeah, nice one. I think Casper was about to go for the move as well. He was getting pretty close, but now all these guys have missed the pit lane. And Ash Best will get that pit stop, and he, well, I guess, will go for hards. Yes, he does go for hards. Get those to the end of the race, and they could work out for you. So that's the first safety car today. I mean, the car pulled the barriers out. You can see here where it went. I'd be very surprised if they don't reset game. Honestly, I mean, they have to. That's what a safety car is for, to clear the debris, but I have a feeling it won't. I have a serious feeling it won't. Anyway, only one person was able to pit during that safety car. I said Midnight and Lick will be back into it, and, well, what did I say? Straight into it the next lap. Let's not be cutting corners on the safety car. It does appear to be quite the thing on this game, as does crashing into other people in a safety car. Hope Lickle's not DC and he's just in a ghost mode or an AI or something, because if he's left and then a safety car's come out, and that'd be a bit of a shame, that. We've got a fan of having the window open when it's cold and windy. I have the window open pretty much 24/7 because I just like it. It's really nice. Anyway, we've got everyone in the pits now. I guess this relegates the race to a 1-stop rather than a 2-stop. I reckon it would have been a 2-stop if it was staying green the whole time, but hey, listen, get everyone a pit stop on the hards. We can race to the flag. I'm sure there'll be someone that might try something different. I think we've got Jake Tex try it. There you go. He's going for a 2-stop. I guess he's looking for another safety car. Lakitu changing the tyres to something. Nothing. He's left. We'll never know. Blizzard stayed out though. That's a problem. That's a pretty major problem. And Lickle has realised it's a safety car and he's rushed back to his seat. But Blizzard didn't pit. I would have just taken a double stack if I was him, because, well, you can see his teammate there. That whole field's going to catch him. He'd be last. Lakitu got stuck in front of the pit box. I was wondering why he weren't moving, to be fair. But, yeah. I think that was connection issues the whole time, because you couldn't see your... I'm assuming you couldn't see your teammate, but the ungodly things that you were doing in the first couple of laps were kind of X-rated, and it was dodgy whether we could stay up or not. That's, of course, if F1 don't take this down anyway. But you certainly weren't helping with your X-rated shenanigans with your teammate, which would put Game of Thrones to shame. Anyway, Blizzard, what does he do now? Because he pits, he's last. He says like he'll be last and miles away, so I guess he pits, doesn't he? Even though that might hurt his self-worth and all that, he has to pit. And he will pit. Now, I'm noticing Lakitu's tyres didn't even change. He was in the pits, like, he just got stuck, but he didn't change tyres. What's that? I would have thought they would at least have the common courtesy to put some new tyres on the thing. Again, he will be able just to filter back to where he is already. So I guess if he can get in his car on time, he can stick on the hards. His AI, I think, is pitting now. Let's see what it pits on. This could make or break his race. I'm really hoping that's yellow. That's yellow. Now, I was hoping that'd be white, but it's yellow. Lickle puts the hards on. So we're going to have Jacotex and Lakitu, the only two drivers out there on the mediums, assuming Lakitu can get back in his motor vehicle. Lickle managed it, but will Lakitu? Not at the minute. Hey, he's back in. Lovely. Righty. So I said I'd give my thoughts on the new F1 liveries that came out last 2 days, because none of them have actually been new cars. I mean, they've been new yellows, but they've been either renders for the Haas or a Mercedes with a new livery on it, but an old car. Haas, it looks like a Penske from Joseph Newgarden and Will Power's Penske. Well, it depends what time of year and what year and what time of year. For certainly Joseph Newgarden, I think it was more used for him, and Will Power as well. The point is, you know it's Penske I'm on about from IndyCar. It looked like that, the Haas, and I really am a fan of that. I think it's really good. I like it. So, Haas, it gets a thumbs up from me. I'm a fan of it. Safety car's in. Oh my goodness, what a start. Mercedes, I'll give my thoughts on that one later on, I guess. Because we're going green with not much notice, and the field has all caught up. Well done. I was worried that the Red Bull and Alpha weren't going to make it, but we're going to go green again. No DRS, of course, until lap 10 now. As we go green, and Jonathan has already made the jump on Liam, but looks like we're side by side out towards turn 1. And look at Jacotex, he's going to get the two of them. I don't know if there was some swapping about, letting people back through. It was an illegal overtake. Seemed like it was just a good reaction, but look at Casper. I was wondering if he was going to go for that. I didn't think he would, and he didn't. I think we've got Jacotex will get that one done. Onyx is going to get it done, and Jonathan's falling through the field right now. And we've got plenty of side-by-side action. Back over the leaders. Nothing going to happen in a minute. And we're all staying clean once again. Side-by-side, Liam, Onyx wanting to get 2 positions on this restart. And doing it. Further back, Lakitu and Lickle say what they are. Lakitu's really going to get a move on, as has Jacotex on these mediums. I guess their idea is to push through top speed and hope to Christ for another safety car to put them on the sauce or something. Because a safety car soon won't help them, but a safety car in, say, 15-20 laps would help, maybe. Onyx has a penalty for cutting some corners. Midnight is side by side and cutting some corners with Lickle. That barrier is still poking out precariously. Hopefully nobody hits that. If they do, it would almost certainly be an instant retirement. But look at this, we've got a freeway for P11. And Lakitu, he has to get them both. Just like Jacotex is trying to get these two here. He doesn't manage it. Will Lakitu manage it? 3 wide into turn 1. And we've still got Lickle trying, but Lakitu will surely barge him out. There was contact and a big slide as well. And contact with both cars for Lickle. But he does eventually fall behind. Lakitu gets through. Midnight will try on the outside. We'll just sit back here with Lickle and see if he can nick on the inside here if there's any room, because Lakitu and Midnight will go side by side for quite a while now. Hopefully there's no contact on the exit. They keep it clean. Lakitu would be a brave man to stick it on the inside, but he does very slowly, though it has to be said. Jacotex gets a penalty, but here comes Lickle. He now wants to get a piece of the action for the S's and doesn't manage it. And oh, that side-by-side action really didn't lead to much, did it? They just all sort of gave up at different times and lost much in the amount. Look at how much time they lost. My goodness. Ash Best has got a penalty, and look at that barrier. Someone, you do not want to be going side by side in there. Now, imagine now you're in a proper heated battle, late on the brakes, and they're side by side. You're on the outside. You're not really going to be taking yourself out, but you might well be rebounding into the person you were side by side with, and that just causes problems. As does that when you dive bomb your teammate. Luckily, Deso saw it coming. Maybe there was some communication there with the teammates, but that certainly looked like a dive on from my point of view. But yeah, as I say, they saw it coming, the two Mercedes, and they didn't hit each other, which is good news, isn't it? Jacotex on the better tyres, of course. He wants to be in the lead of this race. That must be his goal on these tyres. Why else would he choose them? Because I think he did consciously choose them. It's not like everyone else where, oh, definitely hard, or not like Lakitu where, oh, well, his ghost car did it. Nah, this is the conscious decision to move on to mediums, so he must have something planned. So Louis nearly breaks out of DRS, but I'm pretty sure, it depends on the run through here, I think he should be maybe not quite away. Now I'm noticing that barrier is glitching in and out, so maybe it isn't actually there. Maybe it's just a glitch, but Casper wasn't DRS, by the way. Maybe it was just a glitch, but I don't know, it still looks a bit precarious. I'm sure the drivers might see that and maybe think the same thing. Maybe they might want to go near that, as Jacotex has 2 doses of DRS. First one to getting close, second one to getting by, as Lakitu does get by Midnight, this time a lot less stressfully and, well, actually successfully. And Jacotex, I think, has had a big slide and will not be getting that move done anytime soon. only the one retirement so far. If you missed it, Nick was the Raikkonen in yeah, he was the Raikkonen in a Bottas Raikkonen scenario where the actual Raikkonen was okay and Bottas got damaged, but then he lost the plot and did damage himself. Then he crashed. Nick, yeah, probably wasn't the best example, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, then I don't really know how else to describe it. Let's just describe it as something interesting instead, because here is Blizzard nearly being squeezed into the wall there by LRT Jonathan. Hopefully they haven't still got some beef from the Livid Cup. Nah, I'm not going to make that joke. I was going to make a really funny joke, but it'll probably make a few of you quite livid. Oh, fire me. Right. That's contact. That's more contact. And Jacotex is all over the back of his teammate, so let's just cut off that before there's an accident and cut off to watch a move, which should be done quite cleanly. I hope. And it is. Jacotex gets by McQueena? I don't know. I guess a key hat, I don't know. I'm trying to think of McQueen. Oh, it is what it is. Ah! Is it McQueen? I don't know. Is it maybe a Formula E joke? I don't know. Sorry, Jonathan's losing all sorts of positions and he's going side by side into the S's and he's cutting all the corners. And where is Ash Best? There is Ash Best. Crowding him out now and looking for Nikita, who just about avoids and will now take advantage by getting by both. Oh, free wide. That's a very tight spot on the track and not a good idea in any way, shape or form as Nikita gets spun around. Rather unfortunate in that scenario, but he is going to have to get himself recovered. No damage, I don't imagine. Just the unlucky, well, victim out of that accident. I must be saying, the chat is a bit toxic, isn't it, Connor? I mean, sort of like. Unreal. I'm the one that's actually making the bad jokes. I'm the one that's going to be a bit mean. Oh my, where's he went? He's nearly at the wall. And we're free wide again, nearly. As Jonathan, well, he's just been mugged and he might do a mugging of his own. He's getting a bit sick of all this. He's flying up the inside. That's contact between all three of them. And now we've got a fourth. They're all hitting each other. We're four wide, kinda. Jonathan, I genuinely think has been off the track more than he's been on it, but he's still somehow 11th and not in the, well, he is, okay, he's back, he's at the back now. And his fall from grace, I guess, is complete. After a pretty successful qualifying, he's probably been the biggest faller, he must have been. So he's, yeah, done in 12th now. Back at the front. Is Casper making any inroads? He's got a bit more ERS to use, but he's not fancying even Slipstream or anything on Louis. He's just not really having a bit of any of it. As Jonathan gets a penalty, is he gonna go for it? He is gonna go for it. He's stuck that ERS up, but will Onyx go for it on Deso? No. But seriously, I cannot figure out how to say his name, because I see his name now and I think McQueen Ha, but that's Formula E. But McQueen Na? Is that going to be a joke? Or is it just his name, McQueen? Or am I thinking way too hard? Or should I just call him La? I don't know how to say his name. Who are you? I need to ask his name afterwards. Oh, look at these two. They're side by side again. Ash Best and Jonathan continue this war of probably quite gruesome results if it was simulation damage, but luckily it's on full damage and there's been no injuries whatsoever. But could you imagine if we league raced on simulation? This is where I find out we have been, but I'm pretty sure we aren't. Simulation is good fun. Why are we talking about homosexuality in chat? Unreal. But yeah, I need to ask how to say his name because I think he's quite a good driver. I don't want to be calling him the wrong thing, and I don't want to be making things out about his name which I may or not be right about. More than likely not. So La McQueen. I'll talk about him in a second. Onyx and Deso were practically in each other thanks to lag. And we'll go back up now. Aquina. trying on Jake attacks. I want to get through. Lickle in the back of Midnight. These guys, again, they're probably sick to the back teeth of each other already. And that little love tap tells me they are. After they're in... Hold on, Lakitu's caught up 5 seconds. Did they really lose that much time? Because Lakitu's right on this again. He'll be passing these guys in a minute. Well, the commentators just call him Ma. Bit boring. Someone should ask him if how to say his name, or is that how he says his name should be said? Because, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so his name's just Ma. Okay, I'll go on that by that then. If I'm wrong, then it's your fault, Ma. Anyway, Casper is a lot closer than he was before, and he has more ARS. In fact, the ARS gap's widened from like 20 to 50. So Casper doing a phenomenal job. As Ma gets a penalty of 3 seconds. He's doing a phenomenal job here, Casper, of keeping this race in his own hands. Because I think he could really pull the trigger at any point and go past. So we'll see when he decides to do that. I would say possibly the next pit stop, but I don't think there's going to be one. Unless it's a safety car. Midnight on Lickle and Ashbest and Lakitu trying to get by Jonathan. And, well, Ashbest, for Lakitu's case, he wants to get by both of them. But yeah, the ARS conservation, it does seem very good for Casper right now. And he'll be certainly looking to get this move done. Yellows for Onyx. It's 2 McLarens out in Mexico. And that is right on the racing line. As Lickle avoids the ghosted car. Probably just to be safe. Will we get any safety cars or virtual safety cars? I think it's a bit long, isn't it? The decision. Last one we got was instant. But this one doesn't seem to be getting anything. As Jonathan pits. And I think we've just gone green again. Yeah, so... They didn't think to put a safety car for that, as Jonathan gives up and retires. No safety car for that. I mean for Onyx, not for Jonathan. I really am, because that was right on the racing line. That's a... But they decided not to give us one. And some say that this thing comes out too often. I think it doesn't come out enough, still. It's better, obviously, but not perfect. Anyway, leaders, yes, they're important to our race. Also, probably important to note that Jacotex and Ma are pretty close as well still. With Jacotex not really making these mediums work as well as he maybe hoped. I still think it's a bit too early for a safety car to work out for him. But then again, a safety car comes out, they'll all pit if it's at the right point for Jacotex, because they'll all either go on the mediums or they'll all either go on the softs, you know? Or maybe we'll see some moves happening because Casper, well, he's there now. Let's whack this into overtake and get in that slipstream. And he might well fancy this lap. Like I say, I feel this is mostly in his hands. It's whether he decides to go for it on this lap or not. I'd hope Casper isn't quite as much of a tease as Blizzard. What a weird place for the AI to park that car, by the way. Just in the middle of the track. Because that's sensible, isn't it? Lakitu's got past Ashbest. And Ma has got by Jacotex. Didn't even see that one happening, I apologise. But I knew it was coming, so it counts. So, Lickle, Midnight. Are they gonna touch again or what? Sorry, that sounds a bit weird, that. What about these three? They're getting pretty close. Deso, Liam, and Midnight. I mean, if Liam falls back far enough, then he will be getting touched by his teammate again. We'll have to watch it all in its glorious 1080p 60 frames per second-ness. Wink, wink. That's for my stream quality, not for what you think. You disgusting human beings. Right, Casper. Not close enough on this lap. Liam, not close enough on this lap. Blizzard. Not close enough. Huh? How can they have a straight so long, yet have nothing happen on it? It's an odd one, that. And people, genuine, real people, want France to be just one big, long, massive straight. You do all realise, for anyone who thinks that the run, you know, the one is just a chicane put in the middle of a humongous straight in Le Castellet, who actually thinks that would be better as just a straight and not a straight with a nice chicane in the middle of it and then another straight? Because that chicane in 2018 was probably where you got the majority of the overtakes, and they were good overtakes. Formula 3 this year, that chicane was mental. And Formula 1, well, as bad as the race was, it did provide the only piece of entertainment that whole race, that chicane. Just thought I'd complain about that a minute, because I think it's something that people always go on about, these massive long straights. How if we just had more of them, they'd help F1. Because China, we all love China, don't we? And we're all gonna love Vietnam, aren't we? And we all love Mexico City, don't we? No, we don't. Chicanes are important. Look, a chicane made that happen. If that was just a bend, then nothing would have happened. Thank you, Blizzard, for being the voice of reason in this debate I've created for myself and myself only. Oh, I've always liked him. He's a great driver. We're back to coronavirus jokes. Well, I say back to them. I might have missed some, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the first mention of it today in the chat. Well, it is the first mention of it in the stream now, so hello, welcome to death. Well, it's not that massively fatal. I think it's only 2%, which is quite a lot, actually, if you infect the whole planet, but we're not going to quite do that, are we? Are we? Vietnam, I hope it'll be a good race, but I just have a suspicion that it won't be. I hope I'm proved wrong. I really do, but I just don't think it's going to be a good race. Like I say, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And I get surprised with a fantastic race, but if it isn't a good race, I won't be surprised. Zandvoort, I feel, also maybe not be fantastic. I think it will have its features, but yeah. China, you know, this is a thing actually. A lot of people don't like China. When I say I don't like China, I said I don't like the China track massively. But you know what? 2016, 17 and 18 were all brilliant races. 2007 was a brilliant race. 2009 was a brilliant race. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. That's a lot of good Chinese races. So China as a race is underrated. But China as a track, it doesn't work for, like, say a qualifying lap around China is not fun, but a race around China is fun, if that makes sense. Like, it's pretty much the opposite for Paul Ricard. And here. You know, that's what I'm trying to get at. That makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. I think Vietnam will be more of a fun qualifying lap, a really fun one, but maybe not the best race. Anyway, speaking of not the best race, Casper, you could have passed about 25 laps ago. Approximately. Disclaimer, figures are definitely wrong. Lickle has passed midnight on a straight and then locked up horrendously, but got through the corner anyway, so it's alright. Look at this. This is what they call a Mercedes. And look at it. It's silver, because they're known as the Silver Arrows. And so when everybody saw a silver Mercedes today for their livery reveal, why were they so angry? It is meant to be silver! Sorry, I had to get a review in at some point. I just felt this would be the right moment before all this kicks off. Look at it, it's meant to be silver, and the green from last year is there. Different colour, different green, but I like it. It really does pit drink attacks and speeds as well, because that car is just so quick in a straight line, obviously. But yeah, even the bits of red on this year's Mercedes I quite like. Honestly, it was in quite a dim, dark, kind of sad room as well when they revealed that thing. Like, it wasn't a great place to reveal a new livery that's a matte livery for Mercedes, because that's what it is. It's matte, the Mercedes, and that's why I think give it some time. Wait to see it on track. The red is okay, and you know what? People say, "Oh, it's exactly the same as last year's car." That is not matte. It's a glossy thing. Or at least it's not as glossy. Maybe there's a bit of matte in there, but it's certainly way more matte this year. The green is a bit different, but will look nice on track, or else they wouldn't have done it. There's, I think, a lot more stars on it. There's a bit more of a transition to black on it. There's the bits of red, which I think are okay. When the car's flashing past at 200 miles an hour, honestly, you're not going to care about it. I like it. I like it. I really like it, the Mercedes. So, yeah. Of course it's going to be silver. And you're really telling me you didn't want it to be the same as this? This is the best Mercedes livery. And the 2020 car is good. Yeah, it's fine. Same idea. Casper has finally done it, and he's been hit. Louis, are you serious? And now he's gonna get back past? He's not. He's decided not to, but he's just hit him. So Casper's decided to put the race in his own hands. That's why I'm not going over this. Look at the ERS difference. He always had this. But no, the 2019 Mercedes was the best they ever had. It was. 2020, I'll be honest with you, isn't actually as good as 2019's, but it's still very good. Still better than 2018, for example. I wasn't always a fan of the 2018 one. That's just me, though, I think. A lot of people I don't. But now, 2019 was great. 2020, of course, it'd be the same thing. What are you expecting it to be? Purple? So grow up, people. But anyway, now what is Casper's strategy going to be? What's Louis' strategy going to be? Is it going to be a safety car still, or going to be pit stop still? Because, yeah, listen, the move was always going to happen. It's about what happens after the move, which we haven't really quite calculated yet in my mathematical computer of geniusness. Will Louis just strike back straight away? Well, he did, didn't he? He hit him, but will he actually strike back with an overtake, or will he hit him again? He could hit him again. He just had to avoid that there. Blizzard and Defo just swap places. Deso ahead of Blizzard. Jake takes fastest lap on his new mediums. Lakitu might better that on this lap. Midnight gets ahead of Lickle. Lakitu, yep, does get that fastest lap. Bit of lag out there at the minute. A few cars bouncing back and forth. It's sort of scary, you know, when that happens. Frightens the life out of you when you are trying to fight the guy, trust me. Especially when you're the one causing a lag. I'm aware any lag issues at this point are just my fault, because I have a horrendous internet connection. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't. I raced F3 Singapore the other week, and I DC'd. Still got 9th because I did 90%, but DC'd, and I was just lagging all over this show. It's horrendous. I don't know how anyone could race with me. I don't think they could. I'm sure they were all secretly quite happy when I retired like 2 laps from the end of a 31 lap race. And that was the first lap back from a safety car as well. Man, we were all back in that race. It would have been so much fun, but never got to race it. And yeah, that's Singapore. I went through the whole race. Do you know how long 29 laps is around that track? It's horrible. So yeah, that was quite sad. Jake is ahead of Ash Best on them new tyres. And it is still Casper ahead of Louis at the front. But yeah, final score in the Mercedes livery. Yeah, it's nice, but not quite as nice as last year. And honestly, I still like it, and I don't care, because it's just a livery. However, if Ferrari's crap, I'm going to have a fit. So Maybe I do care about liveries. In fact, I definitely do. Now, Liam DCing does worry me, because if he comes back, there's a chance he could take so long that he'd be with his teammate again. And that would mean we have to watch that again. I don't even know how to describe it. I'll still watch it. Oh god, it's pitted. That's a good thing actually, because the Q2 will pass him now. You lot do not know how to put on a race. Come on, Louis. Come on, Matt. Where's his pace? These two seem to be holding each other up. If anything, they're holding themselves and each other up for what? Nothing! To make my life all the more difficult, I guess. Give me nothing to talk about for the next frickin' hour, why don't you? Sometimes I wonder why I signed up for season 25, and then I remember that I've got nothing better to do on Monday nights, and I might as well. And yeah, if you're not aware, unfortunately I'm here for season 25 as well. And probably 26, and probably 27, 8, 9, 10... Wait, 30... 31, and so on. That's weird to think that. Season 25 next season. We've been here since season 23, and it feels like I've been here for all 24 now. Luckily, I got to miss all the bad commentaries, and you got to see the good ones. Haha. Don't fire me. Top 3 teams are pretty much nailed on in terms of liveries over here. Ferrari aren't. Ferrari are about the only top 3 team that sort of changed the livery up from time to time. Like, hold on, let's just see Blizzard first. I'll talk about Ferrari's liveries in a minute, because I'll give you a lovely comprehensive review of the liveries if you like, from 2015 onwards, because that's when they sort of changed every single year. 2015, solid. It was just red. That's all it wanted to be. It's red. But in 2016, top of the thing was white. That was creative. Didn't look amazing, but it was creative. 2017, more red, but still a decent wee chunk of white on it. The Italian flag a bit more prominent in 2015. The numbers were a bit different. The whole thing is a bit cleaner. And then 2018 was naked until Mission Winnow came in, and that looked fantastic. Mission Winnow. So that made 2018's one look a bit different. And then 2019, the Mission Winner was black and the whole thing was matte. And it was just so sexy. Look at it. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So does Louis. That's why he hasn't passed it yet, because he loves it. I love it. It's my favourite Ferrari livery. But I think Louis is getting a bit sick of it. He's a bit sick of it. Well, no, maybe he wants to see a bit more of it. Unfortunately, he will find this the pretty piss poor 90 years edition, which I don't hate, but I just don't like as much as the actual good Mission Winnow one. But yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Ferraris are by far the most varied teams in the top 3. Because the thing is literally different every year. It literally is. Yeah, it's red. But it's different. Like I say, again, back to the main point. What do you expect it to be? Purple? Of course it'll be red. It's what you do within the red that makes it special. And what they did last year was incredible. And if they muck it up this year, I'm going to just kill a fish or something and have it for me. Well, I don't like fish, so I'll just kill it. Anyway, Louis decided to pass, and look at that, the easiest move of all time. These guys are just messing with us, man. This is the same as Hockenheim, because they aren't trying to defend it. That's why I'm not going crazy. They're not trying. Ugh, damn it. Okay, actually, that's a lie. They are trying. They probably are going flat out, but when it comes to the straights, they are just giving up any fight. They don't want to fight, and it annoys me. We hope Alpha will have green on it. I'm with that. Yeah, give it more of the green like it had in Italy, except make it a bit more prominent. It was only a small little dash of green, and frankly, the green would fit in beautifully with the car livery anyway. It would suit it fantastically. So give us a, yeah, give us an Alfa Romeo with some green on it. I'd like that. I agree. They're not a top 3 team. You were talking about the top 3 teams, you idiotic nonsensical person. I was talking about top 3 teams because that's what you mentioned. I'm just saying Ferrari by far was better, and blimmin' heck they changed their liveries. And if you're going to talk about midfield teams and some of that changing, then what on earth are Toro Rosso, or were Toro Rosso? Exactly the same livery. It's not like a Mercedes where it's literally not exactly the same every year, but Toro Rosso, exactly the same every year. Renault, exactly the same for the last 2 years. I think it'll be different this year though. It will be different this year. But the ones you mentioned, McLaren, Haas and Sauber, well, for a start, Sauber don't exist anymore, and the Alfa Romeo livery last year was pretty much the same as the last Sauber livery, because it was just an Alfa Romeo livery. A bit more red, but it was still the same thing. 2017, yeah, it was blue, so was the last two. There was gold on it in 2017, and I rated that, and I liked it. But mostly they were changing due to their sponsors and stuff. Ferrari would never change white fully for Mission 10, for example. They'll just keep it the way it is. Who else? Who else you mentioned? You mentioned Haas. Well, Haas, they have had quite a lot of different liveries, I'll give it that. I mean, their first testing livery was silver, and it just looked a bit weird, so they went to white. And then the next season went back to the grey, and they changed that livery about 4 times that season, and they all looked a bit weird. Apart from the last one was pretty decent. It took them, 3 times. It took them 3 tries in 2017 to get it right, but eventually they did. Then they reversed all of that in 2018 by just going for a slightly bigger 2016 livery. And then 2019, we all want to forget about that one. That was awful. 2020, yeah, it's a Penske, and I like it. McLaren, yeah, McLaren have had a bit of an identity crisis over the last few years, I'll give them that. They have had a massive identity crisis, actually. They have, well, let's say they were voted for McLaren Mercedes for the longest time, then they just got rid of all the red in 2014, which looked admittedly very nice, and then they added yellow to it. Then I wasn't much of a fan of it. Then 2015, they started with a bit more red, and honestly, the first 2015 livery was underrated as hell. I loved it. Then they just made it boring and blacky greyish. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't great. Will Casper go for this here? Yes, he will. He doesn't even use all of his ERS. And Louis does. So now we're fighting, now we're talking. Last 4 laps of the season, let's get some fighting, because Louis has just realised that he's actually got to try now. Here we go. Casper doesn't get ahead, but yeah, Louis' ERS is super low right now. Midnight on the back of Jake, Texas on the back of Lickle as well. It's all getting nice and close. Let me just hit penalties at the top 2. But yeah, McLaren's identity crisis. Louis got 1 penalty, Casper's got none. Decides it already, doesn't it? But yeah, then the 2015-2016 livery wasn't that great. It wasn't. 2017 was okay for McLaren. It was orange, and I thought it was alright. I liked the shade of orange. Not many more people did, but I really kind of digged it. 2018 was a bit boring. It was papaya orange, the right shade this time, but it had a wee few trims of blue. 2019 was better, but again a bit uninspired, I'm honest. But yeah, it was changing, and yeah, right. That's all the examples. I've dismantled you. Now let's see Casper dismantle the champion. Oh god, maybe it'll be the other way around. Louis is really getting late on the brakes for this. Every time. Dicatex is just by Lickle. But yeah, Louis, he's getting a bit worrisome. I hope he doesn't start diving, but I have a feeling now that Casper will pull away. Just see, does Ma have any penalties? Oops. Wrong button. Oh god, he's got too many penalties to even consider him for the podium. He may actually lose out to Blizzard. Let's see. Would he lose out to Blizzard? Oh, he's got more. Deso. We'll see on that one. Could do it. We're talking Williams liveries. I mean, they had the same livery, did they not, from 94 onwards till 97, so they're all the best, really. Though 96 was incredible, and I do think the 96 did it best. I will forever have a soft spot for Manor and Caterham's liveries. Just, I loved all of them. They were all fantastic. Apart from 2015 for Manor, bit poor. But 2016, oh, made up for it. And then some. Louis got another penalty. That is the nail on his coffin. Not that it wasn't already on, but hopefully that doesn't mean he loses his head now. Cyber livery from 96 to 05. 04 was the best one of the bunch, I'll give it that, and I kind of liked them, but not really amazing. Okay, what's my favourite overall livery of F1? You all ever heard of a team called Ferrari? Well, they're about to win this race, and they're also about to win Owen Wyatt's livery award for best livery of all time, because I absolutely love this thing to death. It's incredible. I don't care what anyone says. I know there are people that don't like missing winner, but oh my god, that thing at night time in Baku looked incredible. It was amazing. That thing is the best thing that's ever been made. Imagine if that was on Schumacher's title winning cars. Oh! Also, their 2007 and 2008 liveries were also unbelievable. I love a Ferrari livery, okay? I just love a Ferrari livery. Jaguar as well are very good. Anything that's British Racing Green is just, love it. But that Ferrari, which is on its final lap of the season, and is on course for victory, with, I believe, no penalties, that'd be, like I say, a pretty impressive feat. Yes. Yeah. It's going to win the race. It's going to win my best livery of all time award as well. Honestly, look at that thing at night. It's just, I love it. The helmet design's horrendous though. You've ruined it. But I mean, Charles Leclerc's helmet in that, helmet design in that, is just pure sex. Honestly, it's just And Sebastian Vettel, any helmet design he comes up with in that car was also just pure sex. Anyway, Casper has driven. You could argue, it's the perfectly executed race. The safety car helped the strategy along, but my goodness, not a single penalty around the Mexico City track. That is incredible. What a way to win the final race of the season. Incredible. Casper, well done to him. Beating out Louis, fair and square on penalties and on track and everything. Louis is second, Matt is third, Deso fourth, Blizzard fifth, Jagotex seventh now, Blizzard sixth, Lickle fifth. Midnight is not even managed to crash properly, but he's 8th. Liam has crossed the line. He hasn't crossed the line. Lakitu 9th and Ash Best will be 10th. Who gets fastest lap for the last race of the season? It's Lakitu. Unless Ash Best gets it. What's he got to beat? He's got to beat a 15.7. Let's see if he can do that, because he is going for one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you trying to say that the Ferrari wasn't the best livery of all time? I'm not even taking the mick here. I actually really genuinely love it. You seem to think the Ferrari is the exact same every year. It isn't. It isn't. This every single Ferrari is different, apart from the odd few. But 2007, 2008 and 2019, every single one of them goddamn liveries were absolutely incredible. I don't care what you say, they were fantastic. As was the drive of the man in the best car. Wrong sponsor, but the matte red just sale. It doesn't anyway. And I mean, I'm hearing that'll be a little bit of a shade darker this year. Oh, can't wait for that. Because that would just be like the nighttime version, because that was a bit darker. But at every race, And then the nighttime version of that would probably look even better. No mission winnow, obviously, as far as I can tell. But still, so much to look forward to tomorrow. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. Anyway, your final race results of the season. Casper from Louis. Shocking. They were the 2 fastest drivers all season. Now, you've got to give us number 1, 2, but not in the order that maybe many would have been expecting. Casper won it on track, fair and square, did his job, well done. Louis second, Ma third, Deso fourth. I mean, I hadn't heard these two before today, but they did very well. Lickle fifth, Blizzard sixth, JXX seventh, Midnight eighth, Lakiti ninth, Ash Best 10th in the retirements. I think he didn't finish, Liam. Ash Best didn't get the fastest lap, obviously, as well, as you see. Liam, Jonathan, Onyx, and Nick didn't finish. Penalty award, the Matt award is Midnight's. Yeah, of course it is. 2007 McLaren, I'll give that a shot as well. The 2007 cars banged hard, I'll give it that. They were just works of art, every one of them. Even that Honda it had its charm, I'll give it that. I liked it. Super Guri as well. That's like if the BAR only had the Lucky Strike livery in '99. That's what that would have been, and it was lovely. And it was good-ish. Because it was good-ish. Sato made it look good. Renault was good. Not many people like that 2007 Renault, but I thought it was really nice. Sorry, I know I'm rambling, but there's no other streams, so I'm gonna keep talking about nice liveries for a minute. Whichever ones are good. I say that, I may not have any more. The Spiker was nice. Although I kind of wish they stuck to their pre-season test livery. I don't care if the orange was too bright and it made it look red. It was nice. Was that not the 2006 Super Good? That was the 2002 Arrows. Because the 2007 one was, I thought, the 2006 Honda, which was unironically faster than the 2007 Honda. A bit like a Williams 2019 being slower than a Williams 2018. The Renault 06 livery was, yeah. Do you know what? I don't think it was the McLaren. The McLaren 2011 livery was nice, but the actual McLaren 2011 car is what made it look good. And the reason I say that is because the 2014 livery on the 2011 car when I went to Goodwood was absolutely unreal. It looked so nice. And it was just silver. And it was just like, wow! It's just, I loved it. I love lots of liveries. Man, I actually start a wee thread on Twitter. Best F1 livery every year from 2000 to 2020. As we come to the start of the season, that could be what I do when we're off on holiday, because that is it. That's the end of PSGL F1 for season 24. Luckily I haven't had to experience all 24. I've experienced 2. One in F2, one in F1. They've both been good, but F1's been miles better. I'm looking forward to seeing F1 again for a whole season. A fantastic calendar. I don't have it on hand, but it's fantastic. Honestly, you're going to love it. And I cannot wait to commentate it, because... And I cannot wait to race it. It's going to be so fun. Season 25. It's going to be an absolute banger, and I hope you're all looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, yeah. Can't wait to cover it. If we keep the big guns that we've got at the minute in the league, then we really could be in for a decent wee championship fight, next season. Because it's looking pretty heatsy. It's pretty saucy, between Casper and Louis, especially after this race, where Casper beaten fair and square on track. No argument. So we've got plenty to look forward to for next season. Hope you'll all join me and the league then. Hopefully the game doesn't do its classic. Alright, let's just drop dead now. Please keep watching us. We are forever going to be your home of Monday Night Racing. I'm pretty sure UPL's tried to call themselves that once. They're trying to call themselves the home of Friday Night Racing as well. Safe travels, everyone. That's probably not the best way to end the stream. I'll just finish with saying thank you all for watching. Hope you all had a good time. this season, and I look forward to seeing you all again next season. Safe travels. That's better. Nailed it.